For a foreign policy novice, President-elect Trump had plenty to say about world affairs during the campaign. He slammed NATO members for not spending their fair share on defense, warmed up to Russia, put China on notice, and made an expletive-laden vow to bomb Islamic State. But just as his two predecessors found out when they entered the White House, so too will Trump, who could face a different set of issues than he campaigned on, says Blaise Mishtal of the Bipartisan Policy Center in Washington.
The world is not necessarily going to allow President Trump to do everything he has planned on.
Instead, Mishtal says Trump's foreign policy will likely be driven by three forces: unexpected world events, the policies he outlined during the campaign, and the advice he gets from his national security team. To guide his foreign policy, Trump has tapped ExxonMobil CEO Rex Tillerson for Secretary of State and retired four-star General James Mattis for Secretary of Defense.
We're in the process of putting together one of the great cabinets, certainly a cabinet with the highest IQ.
Critics worry about Trump's lack of foreign experience.
On foreign policy, he's exhibited no experience and no record that should reassure anyone about his ability to deal with today's complicated global environment.
But Trump advisors say a president's judgment and competence is far more important than his foreign policy resume. James Carafano of the Conservative Heritage Foundation advises the Trump transition team on foreign policy.
Mr. Trump almost has no track record on foreign and national security affairs. Doesn't mean that he can't be a great president. Doesn't mean he won't be a great president. Just means that there's no context to filter that through.
But there is one context: Trump's business background and proclivity to view everything, from relations with China and Russia to the Iran nuclear deal, as a deal-making opportunity.
It's the art of the deal. And so I think you see a lot of what he said being his negotiating positions, right? And I think he sees his contacts with foreign leaders as a part of a negotiation.
But foreign policy is not a business deal, and neither are presidential decisions, which often carry consequences affecting life and death, and sometimes war and peace. I'm Millar Sega for Masood Farivar, VOA News, Washington.